Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita. Welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for supporting my channel. You guys, let me tell you right now, I am not a dupe girl. I don't have any dupes in my collection, but I have to give credit where it's due, okay? Zara, I don't know who you have in the lab doing these new fragrances, these new EDPs, but I'm shook. I am absolutely shook and I'm just speechless, okay? So this video is going to be about my first Zara haul, okay? I went there for very specific fragrances that people have been raving about, and we are just gonna do a review on my haul, okay? So if that sounds like something that you'll be interested in hearing more about, then just keep watching. All right, you guys, we are going to start with the fragrance that is, I would say, the one I'm least liking. I actually don't like it at all. Now, keep in mind that Zara fragrances are not all created equal, just like any other fragrance house, okay? They've got all kinds of noses from all these different houses that come in and collaborate to do a lot of these. And to my understanding, a lot of their earlier fragrances are very body splash, like very poor in performance, especially the EDTs. In my opinion, if you're going to purchase from Zara and you want something of quality, just stick with the EDPs, okay? They have a lot of EDTs and they're just the one I got, I don't like it at all. I would even say I may give it away or throw it away because I'm not going to wear it. And the first one that I'm speaking of is going to be from the Heritage Selection Tobacco Collection. This is called Rich, Warm, Addictive. Okay, this is marketed as a men's fragrance, and that for me is actually a little confusing. This fragrance is an EDT. Okay, and this is a really popular one that people just go on and on about. This is a much earlier release than the others that I'll speak of, but this fragrance I was just very underwhelmed with. Okay, it's very sweet. Okay, I'm actually having trouble seeing a man pull this off. This one's a lot more feminine to me, and this is not even marketed, like I said, as a unisex fragrance. It's marketed as a men's fragrance. I can see a guy pulling this off, but it just leans very feminine to me. That's the first thing. And now I've given this particular fragrance several wears. I spray this on, okay? By the time I get myself together and get out the door, the scent is gone. I don't why even make stuff like this? Even with the $20 price point, it's just not worth it to me. Now what set me on the path to even trying these is my daughter. She has started her own perfume collection, and I really wanted to get my nose on a few fragrances that are within her budget, not mine, hers. Okay, she gets her allowance and she wants to start collecting fragrances. So you have to also keep in mind that my daughter she has open range to wear anything in my collection. So, I mean, the girl is into oud, okay? The girl wears Tiziana Terenzi's to school. She, loves Montal, Intense Cafe. So this is the kind of nose we're talking about here, okay? This is what she's become accustomed to. So I wanted to get her something that is great, that has great quality, but at a very reasonable price point. They did not hit it on the head with this one. Not for me. I don't Everyone has, high marks about this, but I don't understand why. It just is not, it's nothing rich, warm, and addictive about it to me. It's something about the tobacco in here. It's just, it's almost like it's got an effervescence to it, which is what's throwing me off. Um, I don't know. I'm just very confused and underwhelmed by this one. Okay, so try it for yourself, of course. I mean, you don't have much to lose with the price point. Everything we talked about here today is going to be linked below in the description. And they are all under $30, between that $20 and $30 range. If I'm not mistaken, this goes for about $19. So if you want to blind buy, perfectly fine because you're not going to lose anything, as far as pocket wise. In my humble opinion, you're better off heading to Bath and Body Works to get a body splash because it's probably going to run you a little less and it is going to have a little bit more staying power and it's going to give you more more of a punch. I'm not a fan at all of this one. Okay, so moving up to the next tier is to one that I actually liked. And I feel like I should not have gotten the small travel size. This little thing here runs about $5, okay, US dollars. Now, this is Ebony Wood. This one has been out for a while. This is the first collab I think they did with Joe Malone. Now, the funny thing is, I don't have any Joe Malone in my collection, with the exception of a body wash. I am not going to pay $150 all up to like $300 for a cologne. People love Joe Malone's fragrances, but they always complain about the longevity of it, the performance of it. And I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to expect out of a cologne other than it's not going to last a long time. And so, honey, I don't care if it smells like baby Jesus wrapped in platinum blankets. I'm not shelling out that kind of money for something with known poor performance, okay? Funny thing about this is it actually has performance, okay? It took Joe Malone collabing with Zara to actually give us good fragrances that have some performance. Ebony Wood is a beautiful, gorgeous, woody fragrance. Now, this features notes of, I think they only list pink pepper, they have clove, and ebony wood. This scent, it dries down so beautiful. And I think the fact that they have an ebony wood in it just makes it a little unique because you don't see that note listed too often, as far as the woods in a fragrance. You'll see a sandalwood all the time. You'll see a cedar, agarwood, ooh, but ebony is not something that I come across a lot. And I think that is what I like most about this scent. It's woody, but it's dark. There is sweetness to it. They don't have any sweeter notes listed, but it's definitely some sweetness to it. Perfectly unisex fragrance. To me, this does not show up as like something overly spicy or heavily spicy. Yes, it's got the pink pepper and it's got the clove, but it is not overly clovey because I don't like a heavy clove scent in my perfumes. I don't want to smell like a honey baked ham. So, this check out because it is beautiful fragrance. I mean, I can't really say anything bad about it for this price point. Yes, they really did a good job with this one. And if you like it sweet, woody, this is perfect for fall. This actually makes me want to try the newer collabs that they came out with recently in 2021, which I think it has like Universal Oud and a couple of more of those from the new Joe Malone collab with Zara. So, yeah, I'm excited to try those as well because I was really impressed with this Ebony Wood fragrance. Okay, you guys, now let's get into the ones that just blew me away. These next two fragrances are from their newer line. And these are all intended to be dupes, if I'm not mistaken, of other designer and niche fragrances. First of all, I don't understand how they were able to make these fragrances smell like literal clones of the real thing. Like I said, I'm not a dupe girl, okay? There's nothing in my collection that's a dupe for anything else. Um, but let me let me just show you the next fragrance, okay? This one is Rose Gourmand. I I had no knowledge about the Zara fragrances in detail. I just knew they had fragrances, okay? But I happened to be watching um the Scented Lifestyle. If you're not familiar with her, definitely check it out. I blind bought this because she said this was a beautiful fragrance and it was a dupe for Intense Cafe. Now, if you know me, honey, I've got Deluxe, I've got Intense Cafe, Intense Cafe Ristretto. I'm an Intense Cafe fan, okay? I also have decants of Roses Vanille. So, if you are a Mancera Montal girl, you would be remiss if you did not try this dupe. Dupes have their places, okay? I feel like if you're buying 3 and 4 and 5 different fragrances in an attempt to find, a dupe for Baccarat Rouge, honey, listen, you don't have to go on a mad hunt with all these dupes. You could have saved your money and bought the real thing. That is my mindset. However, my daughter will not be getting a bottle of Intense Cafe for herself. She won't be getting Baccarat Rouge, not for me. She can wear mine, yes, but am I going to spend the coins to get her her own bottle of that? Absolutely not. Now, with that being said, these this perfume has the exact DNA of Intense Cafe, of Roses Vanille. If you have any Montal Mancera fragrances, you know that they have a very distinct rose. It is got an artificial edge to it. It's sometimes a little scratchy depending on how it dries down on your skin. But there is no mistaking. Okay, there is no mistaking that DNA for anything else out there on the market, period, point blank. So I don't understand how they were able to make this fragrance without like months. Dude, like they have to be involved in the making of this scent. Montal Intense Cafe is in this bottle. This is the dupe, okay? You do not need to go out and spend 170 on that fragrance if you don't want to. Same with Roses Vanille. Those two perfumes are very similar. The only difference is that Intense Cafe is going to have the coffee note. You take out the coffee note, you have Mancera, which is Montal's sister company. You have Roses Vanille. So this, to me, is the dupe for both. It is a excellent fragrance. When I tell you the projection, the sillage, the longevity is matched 10 for 10, pound for pound with Roses Vanille and Intense Cafe. I cannot believe what I'm smelling. Beautiful, dude. Beautiful fragrance. If you have been wanting to get those scents in your collection, but the price point is just a no for you, Rose Gourmand. Look no further. Rose Gourmand is that girl. This is $25. First of all, can we get into the presentation? Look at this beautiful presentation for $25. It is heavy, weighted glass with a gold cap. It is not magnetic, but it's on there sturdy. Okay, you can still pick it up from the cap if you want to. It's got this gold detail around the edge, around the rim here. I mean, they could have just did a foil stamp sticker, clear sticker, and put it on here, but they didn't. They actually gold stamped the actual typeface and lettering in gold foil. I mean, this is amazing, beautiful presentation for $25. And I'm just hard pressed to figure out how they were able to get such a powerhouse scent, okay, with real performance for $25. Bravo. Bravo, Zara. All right, you guys. So this last fragrance of the haul, I just, honey, we need to take a moment of silence because let me tell you right now, the most attempted dupes of any fragrance probably at this moment is going to be Baccarat Rouge 540. Me and my nose, okay? I have yet to smell anything close to Baccarat Rouge 540 by MFK. I just haven't. People keep saying that the closest thing we've got out there is Ariana Grande's Cloud. I disagree. That does not come close to Baccarat Rouge. It's not even 50%. When I finally smelled that fragrance in Ulta, I was just like, how people, everything that is sweet is not a dupe for Baccarat. I'm sorry. How can you have a dupe for Baccarat where you're not getting the saffron, okay? Where you're not getting the amber, where you're not get like, and don't come to me talking about it's a dupe if you don't have the sillage, okay? The longevity. To me, if you're talking about really making something that's gonna fool the masses, it needs to it needs to check all the boxes for me, okay? And that's what Zara is doing with these new fragrances. Now, their dupe for Baccarat Rouge is Red Temptation. Y'all, Burberry Her is not a dupe for Baccarat Rouge, okay? Cloud is not a dupe for Baccarat Rouge. This is the only dupe of Baccarat Rouge. I have not smelled every fragrance on earth. I have not smelled every, so-called dupe or clone. Some of these inspired by houses. I don't need to try them because this is so close to the real thing. I don't think anything could ever come closer. This smells just like Baccarat Rouge 540. Now, the only way that you're going to be able to tell the difference is if you spray here on the skin, let it dry down, spray here, and you're literally going to have to compare and contrast to pick out the most minute differences, which means when you put this on and you leave out the door, people are going to think you have on Baccarat Rouge. That is how good of a job they did with Red Temptation. Zara, just let us know. Do y'all have a partnership with MFK that we don't know about? Just let me know because that's the only way that I can make sense of how they have gotten these to smell identical to the real thing. Now, moving beyond the scent, okay? Honey, the thing lasts for 12 plus hours, just as Baccarat Rouge does. It lasts. I went to bed. I went to bed with both scents on my arm the other night. I woke up, the scent was still on both arms. The real thing and the dupe had the same amount of like scent still like this is sleeping for 8 hours, okay, tossing turning, the cover's rubbing up against you. Usually when I fall asleep with a scent on my skin, I don't wake up and still smell it on my skin. I could still smell both of these. Now for me, the only difference, and like I said, you would literally have to have them both on and comparing and contrasting. The Red Temptation is going to pull, I would say, 10% less sweet. And so you're going to get a little bit more of the amber and a little less of the sugar. I would say only about 10%. Okay. And that's probably going to vary from person to person because everyone's body chemistry is different. For me, this is just a little less sweet, and the ambers and woods are amplified just a little bit more, just a little bit. But you've got that saffron, you've got that ambery feel. I don't care what the notes, okay? I don't care what they listed as the notes. I didn't even look at the notes, but It's not saying saffron. It's not saying the same notes as Baccarat Rouge, but they smell literally like this is going to get you 95% of the way to the real thing. So if you do not have the coins for the real thing, get the Red Temptation. Do not walk, run. Okay, it will be linked below because this sells out so fast. I was shocked that I was able to get it because when I first started to try to purchase it, it was sold out. Get it. Just get it. Okay, this is beautiful. The sillage is there. The longevity is there. I mean, and this is as close as you will ever get to the real thing. Okay, as close as you will ever get. Now, why buy the dupe? I have the real thing. I love it. However, the way I get it home with some of these perfumes, I'm the person that sprays her sheets because I want a certain smell. I'm the person who will just, I mean, I come home and I'm not going anywhere the rest of the night. If I want to smell Baccarat, I'm just going to put on the Baccarat. I don't care about, oh, we need to save it for this occasion, going out at least. That's not me. I just want to smell like how I want to smell. And these are going to save you your coins. I mean, I don't have to put on the real Baccarat just to go sit down and watch TV for the next 3 hours and then go to sleep. I don't have to waste my $320 juice on spraying my sheets because I want to go to sleep with that smell. So this is where the dupe will come in. Okay, my daughter, this is a no-brainer. This is going into her collection. Both of these are going into her collection. You guys, Zara, kudos. Okay, I don't know how you did it, but you did it. And people that love YSL Lieb, okay, they have a dupe for that. I think it's Golden Decade that they just came out with recently, identical to Libra. I'm not a Libra girl. I just that this just was not my jam. But when I tell you they smell identical, they smell identical. Zara, thank you for these. I'm going to definitely be getting my nose on more of these because I was absolutely impressed and just wow. I can't speak highly enough of these two. I really can't. Now, again, everything will be linked below. Zara, they come out with these collections and then they take them away. So if it's something that you're thinking about, you want, I would just go ahead and buy because they could be here today, gone tomorrow. That's just how they do. They come out with tons of collections, and once they decide that they're gone forever, they're gone forever. So. All right, you guys. So that is the video for today. Let me know in the comments below. Have you tried any of the scents from this newer collection? What are your thoughts? Do you think they're exact dupes or clones for some of these other more expensive fragrances? Let me know your thoughts. And are you thinking about trying them if you have not? Because I highly recommend you do. But I just want to know in the comments below what your thoughts are on dupes in general. All right, so that is the video for today. Do not forget to join the family by subscribing. If you found any value in the content, definitely give the video a big thumbs up as it does help my channel to grow, and I will catch you on the next one.